Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2025 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures such as bigfoots and skinwalkers to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. Also stay tuned for a special and very scary nature clip at the end of this video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2025. Kicking the video off with a brand new creature sighting. This one comes from Mexico on August 9th, 2025. And recently, for some reason, Mexico has had a sudden increase in these types of sightings, from cryptids to UAPs to even ghostly entities. And we're going to take a look at a couple sightings coming from Mexico in this video. But anyways, in this one, the witness who wishes to remain anonymous stepped outside this night. He looked up because he saw something moving high up in a palm tree nearby. He pulled out his phone, zoomed in, and got a closer look, and he couldn't believe what he was seeing. A glowing-eyed humanoid creature is hanging from the tree. It has a round head and a slender body with long outstretched limbs. Its limbs grip onto the jagged palm tree with ease. It stays rather stationary, but moves its head around enough to show us it's a real living being. Some people in the comments tried to say it was a sloth. And yes, Mexico is home to sloths, however, many believe this creature is far too terrifying looking to be a sloth. There's just something so off about it. From its glowing eyes, round head, and overall build, most are not convinced. Especially because Mexico has a rich cryptid tradition that blends indigenous legends, colonial folklore, and modern urban myths. Because the country's cultures are so diverse, you get a mix of creatures that range from terrifying supernatural predators to mysterious humanoids and shapeshifters. For instance, one of the most popular is El Chupacabra, which is often described as a reptilian, spiny-backed creature the size of a small bear, or sometimes a hairless dog-like mutant. And in this case, it fits the description. Also, they have a creature called the Nahal, a human who can shapeshift into an animal, often a coyote, jaguar, owl, or dog, using magic. And they also have Aluxes, small goblin-like beings, usually under 3 feet tall. All of these legends could fit the description of the creature seen in the video. So could it be one of these, or is it somehow explainable? With Mexico's recent increase in this kind of activity, most are saying it's unexplainable, something the human mind can't comprehend. On June 7th, 2025, a strange piece of video would emerge. A group of friends were out doing some late-night exploration. It appears this occurred in winter, so it's believed it was taken at least a few months prior of its release. So snow's falling down and they eventually reach what looks like an abandoned construction site. All they really see at first is just a dumpster with some wooden pallets inside and a bobcat machine sitting beside. This is when they spot something strange beneath the machine.
Possible.
Maybe he's camouflaging as the wood
Maybe
pallet.
he is the wood pallet.
Yeah.
You never know. Here's this weird tractor.
The train.
What is that? Yo, yo, yo!
Tractor. What is that? Yo.
All we can see is a very pale round head. It pokes its head up and peers at the explorers with its dark, sunken black eyes. When it realizes it's been seen, it quickly ducks back beneath the bobcat, but it was too late. The hikers freak out, stop the recording, and run for their lives, believing they had just caught an alien, or at least some kind of extraterrestrial being on camera. It's unknown why they waited till June to post their encounter, but it's believed to be for their safety. They wanted to make sure whatever this was wouldn't hunt them down for exposing its existence. But skeptics and believers are once again torn between this one. Skeptics voice their doubtful opinions and say it could just be a person in costume. They claim the explorers are just trying to trick the internet. But believers talk about the realistic look and the movement of the creature. The explorers also claim the footage is 100% real, and that they certainly didn't fake it. So it looks like this one's up to you, the viewers. Is this a real alien encounter, or is it too good to be true? A simple hoax to gain some internet fame? Let me know in the comments down below. Here is a video that some experts are calling either a legit dogman sighting or a Bigfoot sighting. A lone hiker was out in a reportedly secluded section of forest. The exact location of the forest was left classified, likely for the safety of the hiker and for the creature he captured. It was the end of winter, with very little snow left melting on the ground. As he trudged through the cold, rugged terrain, he eventually spotted a huge dark mass positioned up behind some trees. He films as what was initially a dark mass stands up and reveals its true form. It's a real living beast. It's a giant dark bipedal creature that was hunched down, hiding in the brush. As soon as it stands up all the way, this is when the hiker shuts off his camera in fear and runs for his life. Luckily, whatever it was, it reportedly didn't follow him. It just moved away in the other direction, avoiding confrontation altogether. Now, as I said earlier, some think this is a dogman, and some think it's a Bigfoot. Some think it's a dogman because of its more slender, tall build and jet black fur. And when we slow the footage down and look closer, we can see its head is a little smaller, not as dome-shaped as most Sasquatches. However, it still could be a Sasquatch too, because cryptozoologists say that Bigfoot come in all different shapes and sizes. Their sizes can vary, the hair color can vary, their overall build and strength can vary, and also female Sasquatches are said to be skinnier and less built than males. So perhaps this could even be a female. Because all we have to go by is this short video clip, it's likely we will never find any more information on this sighting. But maybe some more information will come out in the near future. Until then, all we're left knowing is this has got to be something we weren't meant to discover. So 4 days ago from the time I'm filming this, so on August 10th, 2025, a passenger on a commercial flight would capture something downright strange. Something that seemingly no one has an answer to yet. So I figured I'd bring it to your attention and see if any of you have any answers. The flight was reportedly at 10,000 meters up when it was spotted too. Check it out. We see what looks to be a dark cloud of smoke emerging in the direction of the plane. As the plane flies by, we get a better look. The smoke turns as it flies. It seems something was flying in front, causing the ominous cloud of smoke, but we don't see any craft. From this distance, you would think we would be able to see it, especially since we can see the smoke so defined. Whatever this is, it certainly looks eerie. So many commenters pointed out its resemblance to the Dementors from Harry Potter, which was pretty funny. But it also got people thinking, maybe this wasn't smoke at all, and it was actually some kind of sky spirit or something? Most are saying it was some kind of UFO though, rather than some kind of entity. So like pretty much all of the videos I show, and pretty much all the videos I'm going to show here today, the answers remain unclear. Spirit, plane, UFO? I would love to hear your theories in the comments down below. The following rather clear footage shows what looks to be a dogman, caught on camera. But what's crazy about this one is allegedly the man who filmed this video was mysteriously killed. That's right, the uploader claims that there were 2 men out there this day, and one of them was brutally murdered after he posted the footage. It's unverified if this is true or not, but the uploader is adamant that this happened. Take a look at their footage. The 2 were boating down a marsh late at night when they spotted this massive creature. A huge dogman-looking creature. It was tall, bipedal, and covered in fur with the head of a canine. It also looks extremely muscular. Reportedly, both men thought they were hallucinating and couldn't believe what they were seeing. But they realized that both of them could see it, so it couldn't have been a hallucination. And their footage attests. So did this mysterious footage get this man killed? The exact details of the supposed murder weren't listed as well. However, some believe it was this creature here that tracked the man down and killed him. Because dogmen and other cryptid creatures alike are said to be highly intelligent, this theory wouldn't be too far-fetched. I just wish more details were relayed about this one. If this story is true, along with the infamous video footage, my condolences go out to the family and friends of the victim. The man died, trying to prove to the world that these creatures do indeed exist, leaving behind a powerful story, legacy, and this truly haunting piece of video. Following today's trend of mysterious and unexplainable evidence, here is a newer trail cam photo. The caption reads, quote, "My brother captured this animal in Canada last month. It was like nothing we've ever seen. Was it related to Bigfoot? What was it?" End quote. Take a look. The up-close, clear capture shows us the hand or paw of some kind of huge predator. The hand is very large and human-like. It has 5 fingers, tipped with very sharp, long claws. It's covered in a dark brownish, reddish fur. Also to the right side of it, we see what looks to be the skin of the creature or something. Maybe some other part of its body that doesn't have hair on it. We can't tell what it is because it's so close up. Now some are saying this could just be a bear's paw and that everyone is just blowing this out of proportion. And I can't lie, it does look pretty similar. However, the length of the fingers are throwing people off. Bears' fingers are usually more short and stubby and more covered with hair. These ones almost stretch out as long as humans' fingers. So many aren't satisfied with this being labeled as a bear sighting. However, with Canada's Bigfoot history being one of the oldest and richest in the world, arguably even deeper than the US, it's hard to not look at Bigfoots and other cryptid creatures alike for answers. The idea of a large, hairy, human-like being appears in indigenous oral traditions from coast to coast, centuries before Europeans arrived. Reports in Canada span ancient legends, frontier-era encounters, and modern-day sightings from dense forests to remote northern wilderness. So is this Bigfoot or some kind of predator? Your guess is as good as mine. Returning back to the region of Mexico like I promised, here is another weird sighting from there. It was just released on August 4th, 2025. The caption of the clip reads, "A massive metallic UFO orb was spotted over a volcano in Mexico." Locals claim this has been going on for years and allege that there's an alien base inside Pico de Orizaba.
Una esfera.
¿La acercaste? Pero de aquí no
¿Qué
sé.
onda? Una esfera, mira.
Ya viste. Ay,
Ya
la
se
tapó
escondió.
la nube. No fue la nube.
As we can see in the footage, just as the caption stated, we see a huge metallic sphere hovering over the mountain. The drivers are shocked at what they're seeing. They didn't know what to do except pull out their phones and record. As they drive, the clouds cover the mysterious object, shielding it from the eyes of the onlookers. They continue to drive and try to capture it again, but they never saw it again. Pico de Orizaba is a massive stratovolcano in Mexico, right on the border between the states of Puebla and Veracruz. It's about 5,636 meters high, making it the tallest mountain in Mexico and the third highest in North America. So this craft or unknown object was up there very high, and it also had to be exceptionally large to be able to be seen down here where the onlookers were driving. It really does appear to just be floating there, maybe hovering just right above the peak of the mountain. Could this be some kind of UAP? Maybe a UFO controlled by extraterrestrial beings? Or could it potentially be something else? All I know is it doesn't look like any craft from this world. A hovering metallic sphere, how would something like this even be able to fly? I'm telling you guys, there's been some weird stuff going on in Mexico recently, and I'll definitely be on the lookout for more footage coming from the region like this. Until then, let's go ahead and move on to the next clip. On June 4th, 2025, a man would have a shocking up-close encounter. But instead of it being with an unknown creature, it was a known creature. A terrifying and dangerous known creature, the mountain lion. That's right, it's time for today's nature clip. Let's go ahead and roll the footage. The driver was on a remote mountainous road when he spotted this mountain lion. He drove up right beside it and parked his car, seizing the opportunity for an amazing video. He got such a close look, something we usually can't get with dangerous wild animals like this. Because he was in his car, he felt he was safe and could drive off whenever he needed to. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I'd necessarily get this close to a mountain lion. But I'm glad he did and gave us this amazing footage. Now I wouldn't advise doing this though, as these cats are super quick and it even could have jumped in the window in a split second, before the man even had an opportunity to think. But it seems the cat was probably more intimidated by the man and his vehicle than he was by the cat. But anyways, mountain lions, also known as cougars, pumas, panthers, or catamounts, are the largest wild cats in North America, and among the most adaptable big predators in the Western Hemisphere. They have one of the widest ranges of any land mammal in the Americas, stretching from the Yukon in Canada all the way to the southern tip of Chile. So if you live in between these areas, watch out. Also, adult males grow up to 7 to 8 feet long, including their tails, and they can weigh up to 115 to 120 pounds. Adult females can get 6 to 7 feet long, and 64 to 140 pounds. Just such an amazing and up-close wildlife capture. I hope you all enjoyed today's wildlife clip, and I hope you enjoyed all of the clips as well. Alright, I think it's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like buttons, Mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 30% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. Be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And also feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise and coffee mugs. They're in the description down below. And shout out to my second channel, More Maximum Fear, where I post other scary content that you guys would definitely love. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.